Again, my name's Gabe Zolna. Got a couple of questions. If you knew that there was something wrong, let's say you're trying to put together a new deal, you're in sales, and you knew something was wrong, what would you do? Well, you'd probably keep working until you figured out how to fix what was wrong. If you were designing a building and you're working out the structural aspects of it, and during the design you realize something is wrong, what would you do? Well, you'd probably keep working on the design until you got it right. If you were doing anything that impacted your lifestyle and you knew it was wrong, what would you do? Well, you'd probably work on it until you fixed it, would you not? Well, now, if that's all true, and we know that there's a whole lot of things wrong with our country. We know that there's 6, 7, 8, 9, I've lost count of how many phony scandals are swirling around this administration. Would you not think that if Congress was really concerned about the American people and the future of this country, that they wouldn't take 5 weeks of vacation? The only reason that 5 weeks of vacation even exists is because before they had air conditioning, it was too hot and too muggy to work during that period of time in Washington. They've had air conditioning since 1928, yet they still take off the 5 weeks. You think that's maybe a little bit extreme? I do. You know, the American people sit back and allow these members of Congress to live an extremely elitist lifestyle. I did a couple of videos on how little, never mind they work, because I don't think they work even when they're in conference or whatever they're doing, because they don't even read the bills they pass. They don't read the bills they pass. So what do they do when they work? Do you know how few days a year they actually work? It's less than 100, somewhere around 80, if that. The rest of the time, they're with their constituents, or they're just doing whatever people that live as 1%ers do. You know what that is? Enjoying life. It's completely insane that they're not all back in Washington burning the midnight oil trying to figure out how to end this dysfunctional criminal administration. And it's really easy. It takes one member to stand up on the floor in the House or in the Senate and demand that Obama release his birth certificate. Yeah, you know, the one that they say is deep in the vaults in Hawaii. That's all it would take. If they don't want to do that, they can demand that he release the documents that were used when he went and attended Occidental, or when he went and attended Harvard. What they're going to find is that he received financial aid and he got in on an Indonesia passport as a foreign exchange student. But instead, they're on vacation as our country's cratering all around us. You might want to let your elected representatives know that they're not going to be allowed to remain in power because not one has honored their oath of office. Not one. And if you take a look at what happened in 2010, the people that were elected on the Republican side, they're the only ones we really hear about. Well, that's not 100% true. We hear about that old warhorse, lame-brained Songbird McCain, because he can't stay away from the camera, and his buddy, Lindsey Graham. But the majority of the new ones are the ones that are making things happen. So what should we do? Get rid of all the old guard and put in new ones. Hopefully, more Republicans than those whacked-out Democrats. It's disgusting that they're once again on vacation. It's unbelievable with everything that's going on in this country that they've got the nerve to leave Washington. What do you think? I told you what I think.